Hello and welcome everyone to another set in the round of 16 of the Blue Carbon Cup. I believe this is the last round, or we're getting close to the end, having cast all of the remaining round of 16 matches. This time we have Margougou versus shiXo. Their spirit animals are shown on the screen. I'll zoom in so that we can get a better read of them. Margougou is playing as the Seychelles sheath-tailed bat. It is critically endangered. It only lives in the Seychelles. The populations have heavily declined. It's estimated that there are only 50 to 100 individuals left, and they are actually extinct on most of the small islands that are the Seychelles. It's a small bat. It's approximately 10 to 11 grams and 55 to 60 millimeters in length. It's insectivorous, meaning it feeds mostly on bugs. In this case, usually swamp-associated midges. It roosts in caves and houses, and it is very vulnerable to disturbance and requires several roost sites within a healthy habitat. They have suffered from habitat deterioration because of coconut plantations and the introduction of the kudzu vine. So could you imagine having this bat living in your house in the Seychelles and not being able to do anything about it because it's endangered? shiXo's spirit animal is the Sarawak dolphin. It lives in subtropical and tropical ranges in the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans. These dolphins are up to 2.75 meters long and weigh 200 kilograms. Their dorsal fin and beak are shorter than other dolphin species. They are colorful, including gray-blue, brown cream-colored, white, and pink. They swim quickly in large, tightly packed groups, numbering anywhere from 100 to 1,000. They feed on fish, squids, and shrimps. Dolphins are still hunted, but also threatened by entanglement in fishing gear, pollution, and ship strikes. So, Margougou is a French player, and shiXo is a German player. Let's take a look at their AOE2.net profiles. So Margougou is very good. He is ranked number 29 in the world on the 1v1 competitive ladder. shiXo is ranked number 254. Still quite good. Both of these players would easily destroy me in a ranked game. But Margougou definitely has a big advantage over shiXo. Approximately 500 to 600 elo, depending on the day. So keep that in mind that Margougou does have a big advantage over shiXo in terms of ranking. The good news about the Blue Carbon Cup is that it contains a large number of custom maps. In fact, all of the maps are custom maps. There are 15 of them. The first one is Lançois Marinhensis. So let's check it out. shiXo knows about the map. He chooses not to build his town center immediately, and instead builds villagers from this town center-like structure, which is actually some kind of yurt. It seems that shiXo is migrating to this big woodline to build his town center, although exactly where he'll build it is not sure, probably somewhere over here. This villager appears to be a docking villager. Margougou is building his town center immediately. This is the location that players build their town center if they are not familiar with the mechanics, and Margougou is not using his yurt to make villagers. I believe that this map might start players with a little bit of extra food so that they can begin work. Oh, shiXo isn't even building a town center, he's building a lumber camp. Alright. So shiXo's looking at this like, alright, I've already got a town center. Who needs to build another one? I'll keep the resources for now and maybe build my town center later. shiXo is playing as the blue Lithuanians, and Margougou is playing as the red Persians. So, double the town center HP. Persians are said to be good on hybrid maps. We'll see what Margougou makes of them. Although Lithuanians also are credited for being good on hybrid maps, given that they start with extra food and they can do the Lithuanian Instadock. So I think shiXo really wants to get a lot of fishing ships out as soon as possible. Oh, he's housed though, unfortunately. There we go. Dang, game is slow. I might have to restart my computer after this set. See if I can get some performance back. Well, hopefully it's not too huge of a deal here on the 3-minute mark. You know, they start with junks and 2 fishing ships, so this is all pretty well explored by now. Even though we're only 3 minutes into the game. shiXo has 3 fishing ships, and Margougou appears to have 2. He doesn't really have the wood income to make more at the moment. He's got the standard town center. He is not using his yurt. Taking his turkeys. Now, they do get scouts, but they're horse scouts on this map to start out with. So I think everybody's found all of their sheep and everything. There are some additional boars next to this acacia forest, but I think that these monkeys are like wolves, and these monkeys will actively seek out villagers to attack them, similar to this jaguar. This is a desert jaguar too, which is interesting. I didn't know jaguars really would do that kind of thing, hang out in the desert. Margougou getting loom. shiXo cannot get loom because he does not have a town center yet. He is still producing villagers. shiXo is actually a couple villagers ahead of Margougou, and he is now building a town center. Right here. Well, that's a good town center location, I think. Could be a little bit closer to the wood line, but maybe he wants to give a little bit more room for farms around the outside too. And he already has a lumber camp back here. This is probably a pretty safe lumber camp, it looks like. There's a big pond here, but he could presumably wall off to the edge pretty easily. And I don't think Margougou is going to dock this. So shiXo with 4 fishing ships and Margougou with 5. I'm not really sure how that happened, if you want to know the truth. It seems like shiXo should be really ahead of Margougou in terms of fishing ship count, but maybe he's kind of slowed fishing ship count down. Margougou is going to contest water. Look at this. He's already building a second dock. I think shiXo had to slow down his count of fishing ships so that he could make sure that he could build a town center, because he does not want to be up too late to the feudal age. If Margougou gets up to the feudal age first and shiXo doesn't have a town center, then he's screwed, right? Because Margougou can then make scouts. Margougou can make especially archers. And where's shiXo going to hide? He's in Dark Age and he has no town center, so there are no buildings that he could garrison in. He's not playing as the Khmers. Okay, speaking of which, what is Margougou's plan? He's got 2 on gold. It looks like he's going to just go ships. And shiXo is going to build another dock. Persians are so hard to take off of water. I don't know if you're shiXo. I would not have invested too much in water, but then again, that's just me. And I despise water. There is a lot of stone on this island, though. There's some stone on the map, too, although Huhucoatl 22 was careful about not putting too much stone on most of the Blue Carbon Cup maps. But I think stone is the most important resource in Age of Empires if you want to know the truth. Stone keeps people from winning. It gives the other player the chance to come back. Stone is a very anti-snowballing resource. I think it's important. I know we love our fast games. The players love the fast games. They just want to get the win and move on. But I like it when there's a chance that somebody can come back. That, to me, is important. So, probably big naval battle here. shiXo has had to build 3 docks to try to catch up to Margougou. Although I don't know if shiXo can produce consistently from all 3. It looks like he is going to, though. He's got a couple fire ships. Come on, shiXo. They both have 3 fire ships at the moment. Margougou focused on sinking shiXo's fires instead of attacking the fire ships themselves. shiXo wasting time on this ship. I would not waste time on that junk at all. Can't do anything except trade. Oh boy, here comes a demolition ship from Margougou. It smartly avoids the low HP demolition ship. And shiXo's still making fire galleys. He's got a demolition... What? Oh no, Margougou, that was a total waste. He should have saved the demolition raft at least for if shiXo got a big mass of fire galleys, but it must have been a misclick. He rammed it into the dock. The dock is damaged, but who cares? So both these guys are just fighting over water, with shiXo having slightly more on gold. He's got 6 on gold. Margougou has actually 3. But shiXo also has more docks that he has to produce from. None of shiXo's or none of his fishing ships are really going to survive this. This demolition raft is looking for that villager. Doesn't get it. That would have been huge for... oh, here's more. Here's more demolition rafts. Is he going to come? Is he going to get them? Is he going to get the villager? No. He does not get the villager. That is unfortunate. Margougou doing a good job of blocking. He's going to burninate the villager. She cannot heal. This ship is going to go down, though. It's got 2 other ships attacking it. And shiXo's still making stuff. He needs to make the demolition raft from this dock and suddenly blow up the villager. That's what he needs to do. He can't let Margougou have the time to react. Meanwhile, Margougou is still fishing. He's essentially guaranteed the win here. shiXo is going to try to pile it in and blow up that villager, and he finally gets her. So now Margougou cannot repair his fire ships, which will help shiXo out a lot, but I feel that Margougou has already won because he has 5 fishing ships still working. And shiXo's spending everything that he can on trying to pump out more ships to win this. But the damage has been done. I think the food has been collected. This Margougou smartly microing this fire galley away. Okay, it sinks it just as another one comes out. And shiXo still making ships. So Margougou is going to be able to click up to the castle age pretty soon. shiXo spending everything that he can on these 3 docks to try to catch up to Margougou. He basically hasn't ever gotten a good fight here because Margougou has had a numbers advantage from the beginning. shiXo has always had to take bad fights, basically, even though he's producing on 3 docks. And the result is that Margougou has this massive units that are still alive that he can maintain with only 2 docks. So that's somewhat unfortunate for shiXo. He might as well eject from all of these docks and take this fight here. I think Margougou is done making units in these docks for now. He is on his way up to the castle age. shiXo is nowhere close. He's going to have to throw down farms. Looks like shiXo wants to make some archers here. He sees that Margougou's horse is scouting him and shooting at it. And they are both going range, it looks like. But Persian knights will be very powerful in castle age, and Margougou is preparing for that by building a stable. I believe that shiXo will call the GG as soon as Margougou is up to castle age. These fishing ships are only now being destroyed. shiXo might try to hang on, but I think there's a 50-50 chance he calls the GG when Margougou hits castle. We'll see. He's building a tower, so I guess that diminishes the probability and increases the chances that shiXo will fight on. But Persian knights are so good against feudal age units. All right, well, we're still here. We're still here. Here comes shiXo's counterattack. Does he have fletching? No. He does not have fletching. Oop, just passing. Here's a knight. This knight is going to sop up these archers pretty easily. Like 2 or 3 hits. Okay, Margougou coming up here for wood, but these monkeys have something to say about it. Margougou fighting the monkeys. This lady's going to get mauled by chimps. They're technically not monkeys. They are, I mean, I know it says smoke monkey, but monkeys have tails. And that lady goes down. These monkeys do not appreciate people impinging upon their habitat. However, they cannot get to the villagers. The monkeys are not smart enough to attack houses. Margougou managing to quick wall these monkeys out and build his town center. So he can shoot these monkeys or these chimps from the safety of his town center. like any good hunter. But yes, they are chimpanzees. Monkeys have tails. And they are knuckle dragging as well. So shiXo has, I mean, he's got burning docks. Margougou's docks have twice as much health. Interestingly enough, Margougou has made a fire ship in each dock, but he hasn't made anything more. So is that done to trick shiXo into thinking that Margougou intends to contest water further, getting shiXo to build even more fire ships? Okay, so this knight cannot get in, and the tower is slowly working on him. shiXo has some spearmen here to defend his fishermen. Margougou looking for raiding damage with the knights, but overall, it looks like Margougou is taking sort of a boom approach. He's built another town center, but he isn't really going for the full-on military aggression I thought he would. I thought we would see a forward siege workshop right here on this hill. Thought we'd see knights. I thought we'd see a Huang-style monk-knight siege push, but we haven't. Margougou is playing it a little bit more conservatively. The monkeys are all dead after the town center went up, and now he's enjoying some nice, yummy boars. So is shiXo trading with Margougou's dock? Let's take a look and see. shiXo is rebuilding fishing. He feels comfortable with that. Here comes this junk. This junk is technically a trade cog. Yes, he is using it to trade. That's pretty funny. I mean, this dock is too big of a threat for shiXo to leave standing, because it can make demolition rafts and blow up his fishing ships. So it must be destroyed, but, well, hey, while you're destroying it, you might as well trade with your opponent, right? All right, here it comes. So here comes the Huang-style push. It looks like Margougou wanted to get a little bit of eco behind it. It's got some farms coming down, but we've got monks and knights moving out across. These fire galleys burninating the monks. Gets one, and he's going to have to micro them back, and shiXo smartly deleting those fire ships so that Margougou does not get them. But Margougou, if you want to make progress against shiXo, you got to build that forward siege workshop. shiXo is a fighter, though. He's in feudal. He's been in feudal for a lot longer. He actually has a villager advantage over Margougou, and he has lots of resources. So maybe shiXo can turn this around, you guys. I didn't say I thought shiXo should call the GG when Margougou hit castle. I thought he would call the GG. We've seen a lot of early resignations in the Blue Carbon Cup, unfortunately. shiXo proving that he's a fighter, though. All right, here comes this knight. This is going to be very annoying for shiXo to have to deal with. He's got a knight in on the wood line, and how long is it going to take him to notice that? The good news for shiXo is that this knight does not have +2, and he only now just got +1. So taking some free damage. The Lithuanian monastery going down. I believe that there basically are 2 relics on both sides, and there might be, I don't think though. Yeah, there's no neutral relics. Not down here. Basically, it's 2 player assigned relics, 1 on each side. So shiXo with the fish boom over here. That's really helpful for him. He's building another town center on the gold. And I think Margougou has kind of lost his opportunity here. He's got some scouts coming in. Wants to get rid of the monks so that the fire ships have free reign. But the knights kill the scouts. He did kill 1 monk, though. No, shiXo. You can't let the monks walk forward. If they walk forward, these fire ships are trapped. There's no way that these fire ships can move out of the way fast enough. They will be converted. There's nowhere for them to run to. I mean, maybe if they could run back this way, it would be fine. But they have to run down here. So these monks can just come over. Oh, unless Margougou doesn't see. Here they come. Now, the pikemen you could move forward. Pikemen are actually... Oh. Here comes the scout. And we got some conversions. We got a big mass of pikemen here. And Margougou getting a couple of pikemen conversions. Fire ships are going to help out. The monks have lost their faith. Not lost, but they need to recharge. And shiXo sending some monks forward. I appreciate shiXo's not trying to boom his way out of this. I think this map is too aggressive to boom at this point. Margougou is getting his second relic. And we got more scouts coming in, Lithuanian scouts. shiXo getting a conversion on the knight, that's a big deal. And I think Margougou is in trouble here. I wish that shiXo would send the rest of his army forward to fight. He could have won this if he got another conversion and these pikemen were fighting at the same time. He could have won that fight. He's got a mangonel, he's got another monk. Come on, shiXo. It's like 3 free knights right there. Oh no, it goes down. shiXo's army crumbles. That was close. shiXo could have won there if he microed his army properly. Still though, shiXo's doing really well. He's doing way better against Margougou than I would. Okay, so now we have the light cav upgrade. shiXo coming in here for a raid. And indeed, Margougou does have a lot of exposed economy over here. There's no town center over there. And he knows it. He's sending these knights to intercept. Oh, nope, just misses it. I guess he sees the outpost and... No? Alright, he doesn't care. It's like, alright, my opponent's spying on me. That's fine. shiXo's made a lot of free mangonels. Seems like the pikemen are running over here. There's another free mangonel. Poor shiXo. Instead, the pikemen are fighting Margougou's monks instead of the knights. The good news for shiXo is his light cav are doing work. But Margougou still has a villager advantage. It's been booming off of 3 town centers. Margougou getting light cav and husbandry now to deal with shiXo's pesky monks. This has been a good game, I have to say. This has been a good game indeed. Oh, alright, a 1 HP knight just sitting here. And shiXo seeing it and running. Even though it's a 1 HP knight. This lady could shank him back and he would die. But instead he loses the villager. I guess he didn't click on the knight to see how healthy it was. What do we got here? shiXo has stopped making mangonels because they keep getting sniped by knights. Now I wonder, can trade cogs trade with markets that are built on mangrove shallow terrain? That'd be pretty cool if they could. And although if you can do that, then people will ask, can trade carts trade with docks? I guess that wouldn't really make much sense, huh? So shiXo has the stone for a castle. It looks like he's going to build one here to protect his gold and to protect that stone. It's a more forward castle, too. I think it could be on a hill, maybe like right here. But I understand why he built it here. Because he doesn't want this town center to get dived by a bunch of fully upgraded Castle Age knights. So, Margougou will just dive this town center instead. I'm curious how much you could wall in here, if shiXo could wall this entire thing off if he wanted to. I think this is buildable terrain, but I could be wrong. If I were shiXo, that's what I would be doing. I would be trying to wall this off. It's actually not that bad of a wall off, assuming everything is continuous. Okay, so these knights are getting the second armor upgrade. shiXo flattening a scorpion. He's flattening nothing else with his mangonel. He has another mangonel, though. Margougou dispatching a couple of knights to destroy it. That scorpion is destroyed, and I think the takeaway from this game, and Margougou is clearly going to win, the takeaway from this game is that shiXo took bad fights. He's been taking bad fights all game. From the beginning, he had 3 docks. He basically had to continuously produce from those 3 docks in order to match Margougou's army. Even though Margougou only had 2 docks, Margougou was able to fight against an opponent producing from 50% more production buildings because he had those initial numbers, and shiXo was always outnumbered. So he was always getting not as good results from the fights. And then later on, when shiXo and Margougou were fighting, and shiXo did not keep his army together, didn't keep his pikemen protecting his mangonels, and didn't have all his monks united. If shiXo had the military resources there to win the fights, convert the knights, come out here, disrupt the gold, disrupt the wood, etc., I really think that shiXo could have turned that around. Because I do think that it was a mistake for Margougou not to use his faster castle age, because there was a time when shiXo's economy was much larger than Margougou's, because he was building from the 3 docks after winning water. He started out building from this town center. So shiXo definitely had an advantage, I would say early on, with a better understanding of the map, but not as good of unit control perhaps. But Margougou is a top player, and to be fair, shiXo's unit control is still way better than mine. I'm just saying what I could see from a bird's eye view here. Omnipotent caster, not actually playing the game. That was a good game, though. It was fun. We'll give our first win to Margougou here in the red, and we will move on to the next match, which is Lagoon. This is shiXo's first home map. Okay, so in the blue, we have shiXo playing as the Saracens. He is at approximately 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock. And at about 12 o'clock, we have Margougou playing as the red Portuguese. So we have Saracens versus Portuguese. Portuguese, of course, get the Feitoria. They get the that Carrack. They get some special naval bonuses. All their units cost less gold. But I would say that the Saracen army is more powerful. Like, it's more population efficient, and Margougou's army is more gold efficient. So we're gonna have another fight regarding population efficiency versus gold efficiency. Now, if we consider that shiXo had sort of a military power disadvantage last game, I feel that this could be good for shiXo, right? Because he'll be able to take fights maybe where he's a little bit outnumbered and still be okay. Saracen galleys fire faster than traditional galleys, even though they cost the same amount. Saracen galleys are more population efficient. But Portuguese galleys cost less gold. So I hope we see somebody wall it off to the edge of the map here. You can wall all the way up to this body of water here. This body of water has a thin layer of beach terrain, it looks like, around it. It's only 1 thick. It's got all kinds of seabirds looking for a free meal. Maybe a dead fish floated to the top. That is their jam. There's a lot of fish in this lake. The big thing about this map is that you cannot overinvest. You should not overinvest. There's a lot of fish in the middle. There's about 5,100 food. Actually, wait. No, there's more than that because we have to select the dolphins too. All right, am I missing anything else here? I don't think so. All right, so we've got all of these snappers and all of these dolphins, and it's worth a total of 8,400 food. And that's not counting like building fishing traps and stuff and having safe fishing ships that can't be raided by light cav. So there are also other benefits to building in the center of the map. or at least to building up your fishing economy. But you have to win it, right? Your opponent can easily build docks and pressure your fishing ships, and unlike town centers, fishing ships are villagers that cannot be garrisoned to safety. Not unless you're that civ, that OP civ that everybody hates, the Gurjaras. Oh, is this going to be a free villager here? No loom. And shiXo's like, crap, I don't have loom. I better run. And Margougou letting him live. shiXo getting over here with the scout. He needs to wall the villager in. There we go. And now he can finish the dock. So shiXo paying attention, Margougou paying attention. Margougou's scout has less health. So Margougou seems to be a conservative player. This is what I'm picking up from watching them play. Margougou chose to make a second town center instead of pressuring his castle age advantage over an opponent who had more eco than him already, and only pulled out on top in the last game because his unit control was better than shiXo's. And Margougou not fighting the scout, actually the big thing was that could I have gotten this villager to, before this villager was able to get to safety. The villager is basically already half health just from a few whacks. I mean, the villager has gotten loom at this point, so he's a little bit safer now. He's got more armor. But Margougou seems to be a conservative player. shiXo is exploring. He's looking around, telling Margougou that he found his dock. Margougou's scout is over here. Now, let's see if these players recognized... Yes. Okay, so shiXo knows the maps. shiXo likes custom maps. There's a crocodile in here. The crocodiles are the boars. Has Margougou gotten his boar yet? Okay, yes. Margougou knows enough about the map to know that that the crocodiles are the boars. He's on his way up to the feudal age now. That was pretty funny the last game. Somebody picked this map as their home map, and they did not know that the crocodiles were your boars. And I agree, it can be somewhat counterintuitive. So Margougou with 4 fishing ships and shiXo with 2. shiXo only making 2 fishing ships tells me that he plans on docking the inside, actually. Coming over here with Saracen galleys and picking off villagers. I think that would be pretty creative. Because don't you think that he would have invested more into fishing ships if he intended to secure the middle here? But he's got just a couple of fishing ships. And they're just giving him a little bit of a food trickle. Still has a lot on wood. So maybe he'll build like 2 fishing ships in the feudal age here, and then maybe he'll get careening or something, maybe some technologies from this dock. Maybe this dock is here to make Margougou think that the investment is going to be into the middle. I'm not sure. But, okay, shiXo is going to be up in feudal age in just a few seconds here, so he'll tell us. Margougou is in feudal age already. He is getting double bit axe, so that's going to come in. That'll be helpful, and that is going to supercharge his wood economy. All right, Margougou docking the outside. He's not docking the inside. I mean, he did. He's got 2 docks in there. He's building a fire ship. And so shiXo is building 2 docks inside compared to Margougou's 1 dock. And Margougou not messing around. He is stonewalling this off. And he must know, he scouted it. He's not even bothering to wall this. He's just walling across the navigable portion with a stone wall. So, yeah, Margougou definitely knows that this is here. Let's click on Margougou's scout. And let's hit tab here to see what Margougou... he hasn't even scouted it, and he just knows it's coming. He's going to scout it now. Yeah, he finds both of the docks. So he confirms it. But this is really good instinct from Margougou. So he seems to be a conservative player who has good instincts. He knows what kind of strategy his opponent is going to put forward. And unfortunately, I don't think shiXo is going to get in here. Margougou smartly walling both sides. This is a good base, too. It's lucky for Margougou that this is not open. And Margougou is he's gonna fill all of this up with stone walls. He's not even worried about the land units. He has an outpost here to warn him when land units come. shiXo has some galleys up here. He's going to shoot at Margougou's scout. Margougou will get away. Here they come. The fire ships are here. shiXo invested basically nothing into the metal pond. shiXo is all in on the outside. He might get careening, and that'll be it. Actually, shiXo's getting fletching now. He's building another galley, but shiXo, having scouted this stone wall, maybe he decides, not worth building any more galleys. So he's just done. He's going to focus on going Castle Age. He has 4 galleys somewhere, and it looks like he might be building another one. Okay, he's still making galleys, you guys. He still believes. I guess he can do a little bit of harassment, but really not much. He's coming over the other way to see if he can do something on this side, but he can't make anything happen over here. I like how it's literally like 20 more stone, and Margougou is like, nope, only afraid of water units. I'm not afraid of land units. So what does shiXo have in here? shiXo, what are you doing, man? Why are you making galleys? It's 2 galleys. It must have been a misclick, I think. He just selected all docks, and he misclicked. These galleys are not going to do very well against the fire ships. There's no way. There's just too many fire ships. So Margougou's economy is quite safe. shiXo's economy is also quite safe. Margougou is doubling down on the docks inside. I think Margougou has the same plan that shiXo does, except for different reasons. Margougou is immune to the cheese strat. Maybe. I don't know. Is it really cheese if it's an intended feature for this map? You know, the map is designed so that that's a viable strategy. So shiXo is safe for now because he has a military advantage on the outside. Margougou is safe because he has stone walls, the glorious stone walls. So the only real damage that shiXo did with these galleys is he forced Margougou to relocate a lumber camp. And that's basically it. I guess Margougou, again, very conservatively building another lumber camp right here. It's just funny how you can kind of tell the player, the personality of the players based on these little things that they do. But, like, seriously, he couldn't have just chopped these trees here. He had to be like, oh, well, there's a chance that a villager could go over here and get shot by this galley, and I might not notice it, so I'm going to build another lumber camp right here. Okay, this forward villager from shiXo is getting burned. This scout might be strong enough to kill that villager. It's not clear. The villager did take some damage. shiXo seeing it, he has a hill advantage too, and he does kill the scout. So good for shiXo, paying attention on that one, and not just kind of like walking around for 30 seconds being like, what, somebody's attacking me? Because that's what the villagers will do. There's no intelligent AI for the villagers to sometimes fight back if they can win. Cheese is exploiting an advantage that no one else bothers to use because no one expects it early game. Aha, the surprise attack. Okay, so Margougou building a gate back here. I think maybe because he feels like the gate is less likely to be noticed in this location. Again, more conservative decisions. Like, do you really need to spend 30 stone on a gate up here when you're a minute away from Castle Age, you're getting the galley upgrades, you have 3 docks producing galleys? Why not just delete a hole in your wall and come out with all of your stuff, right? Why are you building this all the way back here? That your units are going to have to path all the way around. So it's just like, he's a very conservative player. Very safe. Well, if it works for him, though. Seems to work pretty well. He's like top 30 in the world. So shiXo building another house. He's maybe trying to make something happen in the middle now, because he knows that his opponent has exposed fishing ships here. But I don't know if he's going to make it happen. shiXo is Castle Age. He's getting War Galley. He was actually Castle Age before Margougou. And this house goes down. shiXo can now go in. Will shiXo go in? Yes, he's going to go in. There are 2 towers here, though. It's like the Lord of the Rings, but these 2 towers are not evil. They are noble towers defending a homeland. Yeah. Margougou had to build 2 towers to keep shiXo out of this region. All right, Margougou is still massing. He just got War Galley. It's been Castle Age for a little bit, and he should be equipped to fight shiXo off soon. He needs to build more ships. The numbers are equal, but in low numbers, fire ships are better, and shiXo has 2 of them. So he's not quite ready to fight. Although Margougou has these galleys over here, this could be devastating, this raid. Getting in on shiXo's wood line or getting behind it. Ships are way more powerful for the same resources. They're way more powerful than land units. And that's 1, 2, 3 villagers going down just like that. shiXo's in trouble. He did wall this, thankfully. At least he walled across the mangrove shallows. He's not walled well, you know. It's just a house or a palisade in the way. But he is walled. So shiXo is going to secure this water in the center now. He sinks all the fishing ships, but Margougou has already taken a lot of fish here. Now the good news for shiXo is that Margougou has 2 on food and 4 food overall. He's getting ballistics and he's getting careening, and he's building a second town center, which I do not agree with. He doesn't have the food income to justify a second town center. So Margougou built this gate here, but he doesn't end up using it because there's already a hole in his wall. The war galleys are just going out. So now Margougou just harassing some berry pickers. Luckily for shiXo, this market is in the way. Or not luckily, because I'm sure shiXo planned it. The towers are chaotic lawful. What? That doesn't make any sense. Chaotic and lawful are antonyms. Margougou working on this Saracen market. Saracen markets are super cheap. shiXo is building up some military. Unfortunately for shiXo, he can't really get at this without deleting his market. Maybe he could delete... No. He could delete a house or he could delete a palisade down here. That might be what he ends up doing. But he has another invading army here. Margougou and shiXo's armies are similarly sized, but shiXo has a bunch of fires in the middle that he can't move outside anymore. So they basically have to just hang out here. So you consider that shiXo has so much military in the middle. Margougou, I would say, probably has a 2-to-1 advantage on the outside. But shiXo is a fighter. He doesn't give up. At least he doesn't give up easily. Chaotic, awesome. So shiXo going to try to get some stone walls up here, but these galleys have too much range. So he'll have to build them further back. Use part of the berries. These look like tech chariot berries. Whenever you see berries just kicking around in Castle Age and Imperial Age, they're generally tech chariot berries. Okay. Market goes down for shiXo. He'll have to build a new one. But thankfully they're cheaper. And shiXo is just getting overwhelmed here. Luckily for shiXo, he does control the middle. So shiXo is at 45 villagers and Margougou is at 55. He's just trying to stay alive here. Building fire ships. The Saracens never really want to go fire ships long term because their galleys are so good. But in low numbers, fire ships are more effective than galleys. And so I guess, what's shiXo going to... Oh, interesting. All right, shiXo's going to sneak out this way, and he's going to trap Margougou's galleys in his base. But I think Margougou will just kind of come up here. Just go wherever he wants. Okay, he's going to continue to build up fire ships. And he's going to flank Margougou. Yeah, this is a tough one. shiXo doesn't have a lot of safe places to take resources. It could have helped him actually if maybe he walled this off here and walled to the edge of the map here. He could have this whole area. Okay, he's got the surround over here. Let's see if shiXo can even things out. Margougou knows he can't flee. So shiXo with a clever surround. Alright, Margougou is going to build a castle here. This is a forward castle. This is a very not conservative castle at all, which gives you an idea of how confident Margougou is in his military position here. This castle is actually almost even in range of this tower. If shiXo got Bodkin Arrow, it actually would be in range of the tower. So where are Margougou's villagers coming forward to build it? How many is he sending? He's sending 6 villagers forward to build it. And he's just really confident that he has a lot of... Oh, nope, alright. He thinks better of it and decides to build the castle back here. So he knows he can secure that area. shiXo's going to come over here to take some wood. I'd like to see more stone walls from shiXo. shiXo did build these stone walls here, I guess, to his credit. He rebuilt the market, and maybe shiXo can build some stone walls across here. That would be super smart. It would secure 2 of these golds. It would secure this wood line, would be completely safe. Margougou is at 74 villagers to shiXo's 52. He is getting wheelbarrow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we gonna see some villagers get blown up? Uh-oh, here it comes. Oh my gosh. This is why people hate maps with lots of mangrove shallows on them. And just like that, shiXo losing 10 villagers just in one demolition ship explosion. That hurts. That's why you need stone walls, man. You can't just rely on vision. Vision will just not give you enough of a heads up. Not like stone walls. Margougou is on his way to the Imperial Age. shiXo hanging on. Ah, yep. These are the stone walls I wanted to see. This is smart. Market has 2,100 hit points. These stone walls have 1,800. But the market has less armor and it can be attacked from more places. So overall, this is still the weak point in the wall. So Margougou taking his time. Probably what will happen when he reaches Imp is he will build trebuchets from his castle and he'll get Galleon. And he'll just push in with galleons and trebuchets. shiXo now controls the middle. He still controls it, I should say. Hasn't done much with it. Margougou walling shiXo in over here. So if shiXo decides to leave, Margougou is going to want to know about it. This is the only way for shiXo to escape and expand out here. So he has significantly limited shiXo's options, I think. shiXo getting gill nets because he's been fishing enough to justify it. Okay, castle. We'll start making trebuchets in about 40 seconds. That's the prediction. What's interesting though is that Margougou is making he's making monks. Why? You can't heal your ships with the monks. Maybe there's a relic nearby. I guess there's a relic up here, but still, 2 monks for that? Be one thing if Margougou had a unique unit that could be healed by a monk, and maybe he was going to make unique units from the castle. But Margougou's unique unit is also repaired. It's a piano cannon, the organ guns, as they call them. So Imperial Age, first thing Margougou does is get chemistry and bracer. So no trebs yet. You had to maybe sell some resources. Yes, the trebuchet is queued now. shiXo rearranging using the Saracen market. He is going to click up. He knows he has to match Margougou in technology. This university looks new though, so I think shiXo just rushed that up. And shiXo needs to click up. Come on, shiXo, click up. You have the resources. You have the resources, shiXo. Do it. Don't wait for the university to go down. Okay, there we go. So he's clicked up, and he's just going to try to catch up here. Margougou is trying to keep shiXo contained. shiXo does have the military over here. Margougou has some military himself. What's this? Margougou has built a wall here. He's built more walls here. He technically built a wall here, so shiXo is trapped. And where's shiXo going? Is he going to try to burn this dock down? Where are these units going? Okay, so we have 30 war galleys, soon to be galleons, in about 20 seconds, and a trebuchet. And shiXo getting a wheelbarrow from here. Where's he getting imp from? Okay, he is getting imp from this town center in the corner. So this town center will probably not go down before he reaches Imperial Age. And there's just so much stuff in here, man. Galleys are just so good. Galleons, I should say. He's got 2 town centers in here to try to catch up with villager production. He's losing his main original base. He still has the center lagoon, though, or the center body of water, I should say. I think this is the salt water, to be honest. The area outside is the actual lagoon. He's got galleons working on his villagers, and shiXo calling the GG. The game is over. So GG, well played. shiXo. Did shiXo make it to the Imperial Age? No, he did not. He did not quite make it to the Imperial Age. Yes, I agree. It is over. So we will give another win to Margougou here. And we will move on to the third game. Margougou only needs one more win to move on. And shiXo needs, well, he needs to reverse sweep it now. And we actually have seen that. We actually have seen the reverse sweep, you guys. This next one is shiXo's second home map. It is called Tidal Plane. It is a new plane. It is a new map. It was custom made for this tournament by a character called Wolf Silver, emulating the waterfalls. He's emulating the waterfall that's on Otisco. If you think this is good, just remember that we did it first on Otisco. So we have shiXo. He's about 3 o'clock, I would say. He's playing as the Blue Malians. And we have Margougou playing as the Red Japanese. We have Stormy Dogs. Stormy Dogs sailing around, exploring the map on behalf of Gaia. There is an island with some extra gold out here and a relic, a few shipwrecks. It's a nice map. It illustrates the tidal plane pretty well, I think. I mean, maybe not as well as Lançois Marinensis, but still quite well. We've got thick mangrove forests here, but the mangrove forests are on mangrove shallows, and ships can spawn out here. There are box turtles. There are not as many box turtles as there were, but there are still quite a few box turtles. So Margougou is going to go straight for those box turtles. Or you could take wood up here. You could take wood in the jungle. There's a nice jungle area that you can collect from. And that's where shiXo is going to go first. And where's Margougou going to build his lumber camp first? So Margougou is very confident. He's going to build his first lumber camp here, which is uncharacteristic. I would have expected Margougou to build his lumber camp up here in case he loses water. But maybe Margougou is very confident in his ability to protect those villagers, to wall this in properly. He doesn't think that shiXo will be able to pressure this too hard. So shiXo with 10 seconds of town center idle time and Margougou with 1. They're both at, well, just as I start that sentence to say they're both at 12 villagers, Margougou pulls ahead. So this is actually kind of, it's kind of a nice little river area. I think that the land should be elevated over the water. I guess it is over here. That's good. But I think this should be elevation 1. I think that would make a lot of sense. Just to give land units a little bit more of an edge over water units. What's this here? Margougou doing the fancy boar lure, I guess. He's going to shoot the boar, but he also used the house foundation trick to take less damage on his villager. I think the villager may have gotten hit once. Here he is right here. There he is. The man that shot at a rhino and only got stabbed once. Is that a market in the right-hand corner? Yes, these are neutral Gaia markets, unconvertible, that you can trade with. Each player has one. So in case you lose access to gold for whatever reason, there's this market here that you can trade with. I believe that this map only works in 1v1, but I am not sure. shiXo starting the beginnings of a house wall, maybe over to his town center. What's the plan if you're shiXo? I think the plan for shiXo, if you want to know the truth, I think the plan for shiXo is to take box turtles very quickly, get up to the feudal age very quickly, and go scouts very quickly. This is a 20 pop scouts build, I suppose. Margougou is doing a 21 pop something build. He's got a barracks up already, but he's not on gold, so maybe Margougou will go scouts as well. And we'll kind of see mirror scouts. shiXo has a little bit more idle time than Margougou, but he is still going to be up to the feudal age earlier because he's going up a villager earlier. So Margougou going up on 21 pop, shiXo going up on 20. And what have we got here? We have a scout looking to cause some problems. It's not a feudal age scout yet, so it doesn't have the extra attack. Nope. Okay. He is not. He's not going scouts, you guys. He is going galleys. shiXo has walled in his box turtle fisherman. And he's going on gold. This is too many on gold to go scouts. Let's see. Oh. Okay. So Margougou is going to go Japanese man-at-arms. The classic 2 on gold, 3 militia running forward now. So we'll see what those man-at-arms can do. I think shiXo is largely walled, so I don't know that those man-at-arms are going to do very much. But we'll see. Maybe, I mean, Margougou is building a dock now. Maybe those man-at-arms fight with some galleys. So it could be that that dock is a response to seeing shiXo having walled in these box turtle fishermen. So he's going to get man-at-arms. He's going to fight shiXo's scout. He's going to come here. He's going to pressure the villagers. The villagers are going to repair these walls, and then Margougou will send in a galley to shoot at the repair villagers, who will then die. Or he'll like delete a wall segment to run away, to get away, and then the man-at-arms will chase them down. That's my prediction of what's going to happen over here. If I know anything about how these players work, how they think. So here come the man-at-arms. shiXo responding immediately by repairing the wall. shiXo actually needs to just not, he needs to not do anything else but repair this wall. These are Japanese man-at-arms. They're very powerful. They attack faster. So he needs to make sure that he keeps that wall up. And then Margougou is going to make a galley or a ranged unit of some kind, if he hasn't already. Wait. Yep, there it is. There's the galley. It's going to attack the villagers so that they can't repair the wall. And shiXo will have to delete a wall segment to run away. Oh no. shiXo is going to defend with the fire ships. Then the man-at-arms are going to attack the fire ships instead. So shiXo had a plan for dealing with that. That's good. If it were Tech Chariot, I would have been going Fast Castle or something, and I would have had to delete the wall segment and run away. These man-at-arms are actually good against the fire ships, but shiXo can repair them because he is close enough to his home base. And shiXo is able to live to fish for turtles another day. Look at that. shiXo's villagers get to fish for turtles in peace. He's got his junk here. So Margougou has made an archer. He's making more docks. And I guess we're going to see a mirror fire match. So they're both going to make fire ships. They're going to mirror each other. shiXo is still trading with Margougou, which is pretty funny. That shiXo knows that he can trade at the dock. Archery ranges. Okay. Well, I guess it makes sense, right? If you are on gold like this, shiXo has not even taken his berries. Is Margougou gone for his berries? No. Neither player has gone for their berries, and it makes sense. The box turtles are just too good. They collect faster than berries. shiXo has to retreat. The thing I like about this map is that the meta is not well understood. What I don't like about this map is that once the meta is well understood, we will see that every single time, because the map isn't very random, right? The players will always spawn in the same general location. You'll always have this layer here. You'll always have this layer here. You'll always have this layer here. You know, you'll always have this basic feature. So what I like to do on maps like these is to make it nomad, and then start players sort of far away from where the action is or where most of the resources are on the map, so that they can kind of choose where to go, and it might be different every time. That's a good way to bake variety in. Okay, Margougou has to run out. They're basically playing the run back and forth game. Margougou with 3 dock investment. shiXo with only 2 dock investment this time. shiXo doesn't want to repeat his mistakes of the previous game and overinvest in docks that he doesn't need. But he sees all these fire ships coming and says, well, we better get this other dock down now. Pulling this fire ship back. He's got demolition rafts coming, which could be really good for him. This demolition raft comes out. Oh, look at that. Big hit. Takes a lot of health out. And now Margougou has to run away. Hey, Arthur, welcome. Oh no! Two demolition rafts from Margougou blowing up like 4 fire galleys from shiXo. That is unfortunate. Neither player really has much of a food economy. I guess shiXo has some people taking box turtles still. And Margougou doesn't have any box turtle gatherers. He has farmers. He's got a bigger farming economy. Margougou has built an agrarian society. Yes, shiXo's been sneakily using the junk to get gold. That's what this junk has been doing. Margougou wants to put a stop to it, but the junk is fast. And it's carrying, what? No way. It's carrying 150 gold. Are you kidding me? That's huge. All right, let's see what happens when this junk arrives at shiXo's dock, if the junk arrives at shiXo's dock, to see if it deposits some gold. I don't know if it's going to make it. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we'll never know. We'll never know. It carries 4 times more than a trade cog. Holy crap. Uh-oh. These fire ships are about to get in over here. shiXo having to wall behind. He's going to have to do something similar over here. Nope. shiXo, run. Yeah, he's looking somewhere else. Is he going to let the villagers go down? shiXo is on his way up to the castle age. So is Margougou, though. And Margougou will be there first. Okay, so shiXo deciding to run. These fire ships are not going to make it easy, though. These villagers might all die. Or he might be able to save 1 or 2. So of the 4 villagers in there, it looks like 3 of them went down. Malian gold lasts longer. So you can build on this. It looks like rock, but you can actually build on it. Margougou building another town center. Classic Margougou. I don't like the ranges. And you never want to go into archers as Malians because you don't get bracer in the Imperial Age. So you really have, if you're going to go archers, you really have to kill them. This is a bad fight. Do not fight this, shiXo. Get out of there. Get out of there, man. If you're going to go archers as Malians, you really have to kill them in Castle Age because if it gets up to Imperial Age, missing bracer is like a huge deal. It's so annoying. Got a random skirmisher coming through here. I guess this is just a scout for shiXo. Sees that Margougou is building another town center. Margougou is going to boom off of 3 town centers. shiXo should punish this. He should go like Malian Knights or something. I know he doesn't want to, because the Japanese get Halb, but maybe he can really surprise. He can surprise Margougou. Then pikemen will not really be a concern. Is he making more ships? No. Do Malians have axe throwers? Only the Franks have axe throwers. It is their unique unit. Okay, so shiXo is indeed Castle Age now. He's getting Bodkin. Is he going to get crossbowmen? I don't see it so far. Doesn't really have the resources for it, I suppose. He might have the resources for it later. He's building another town center up here. And I guess he's just going to try to outboom Margougou and do a little bit of damage with crossbowmen. Oh, nice. You can walk across this river. Okay, I wasn't sure. The axe throwers are devastating as Franks? Maybe. Alright. Doesn't want to give away any HP here. But he has a nice little ball of archers now in Margougou's base, and Margougou will have to do something about that. Ships can't get over here, so we'll see a siege. Yep, there it is. Siege workshop. I think if Margougou came right here, he could actually deny that siege workshop, which would be really good for him. Let's see if he tries. Yep, perfect. Look at that. This is a well-needed win for Margougou. This little battle here, and for shiXo, and Margougou is just gonna like send the town to build it, and he does get it up because shiXo didn't discover it quite in time. Mangonel will be made from this siege workshop, and shiXo is going to come forward with a forward siege workshop. And look at this! Oh, Margougou getting an archer conversion. Look at that! He wants to get this relic. See if shiXo sees that monk. Could kill that monk easily. Oh, wait, what just happened? I'm not sure what happened. Okay, he garrisoned, and he is going to get away. And let's see if shiXo gets hit here. No, he does not. He manages to dodge it. It's kind of really silly that archers can do this. Like, this is not what's supposed to happen. Gebeto are quite similar to throwing axemen. Axemen move slower and charge their attack super slow, though. But axemen are generally stronger. That is true, though. shiXo does get Gebetos. Now, if shiXo could loop in behind this wood line right here, he could maybe do a lot of damage. He just wants to be careful not to get too close to demolition zone. Does not want any demolition ships blowing up these crossbows. He's got a Mangonel coming, and now he's going to fight Margougou. Look, he's outnumbered 3-1, though, in terms of Mangonels. Oh, nice. Wow. He does get that kill. Is he going to get 2 for 1? No, he is not. That Mangonel is weakened. Margougou will have to repair it. Here comes the repair villager now. I'd like to see shiXo make redemption monks. I'd like to see shiXo do like an all-in monk rush. He should recognize that his opponent is greedily booming, And he should be able to know that if he does not invest as much in economy, I mean, his opponent basically just has mangonels right now. So you get redemption monks, you convert the mangonels, or you make a knight or two. You can really put the hurt on your opponent, or in theory, that's how it should work. But given that Margougou is number 30 on the ranked ladder, it might not be possible. Crossbowman playing with fire. Look at that, 2 mangonels. Who does he think he is, Hera? I guess he's doing a pretty good job. I would have lost all of them by now. Look at that. Managed to kill all of those mangonels. I think the knight helped out a lot. And Margougou is in trouble. Redemption monks, so you need redemption monks. Think about it. If he had a redemption monk, he could literally walk right up here and convert this siege workshop. So is Margougou going to be able to outboom shiXo's aggression? I think shiXo's booming on 2 town centers behind this. This gold mine is still going strong because it's a Malian gold mine. He's got his knight here watching this siege workshop, but there are monks that want that knight. Monks will not be able to convert the archers so easily. He needs to be working on these town centers. shiXo getting the armor. What are you getting armor for, man? Armor won't protect you from God. The biggest enemy of these monks, or of these knights, are monks. Arthur might be biased toward throwing axemen because he is French. Or at least Arthur originates from France. Oh my goodness, I'm so confused. Alright, shiXo transitioning into scouts instead. And losing. Eventually, if you play with fire long enough, you will get burned. And most of these crossbowmen have died. Oh, Arthur does not like them, actually. Sad. And Margougou with a better micro here, just wiping out shiXo's army. Poor shiXo. He tries to take a good fight. Margougou knows how to invest just enough to keep his greedy boom alive. Alright, he is going to build a castle now. Yeah, the water doesn't really matter anymore. I guess there aren't too many fish, I guess. But it seems that players have not transported out to this island to use that. shiXo with a very weird town center up here. Not sure what that is. Why would you build that? You could build it here. I guess it kind of makes sense he wants to take map control. Maybe that's the goal. I agree, though. I think we needed to see 3 monasteries from shiXo pumping out monks. shiXo is at 87 villagers and on his way up to the Imperial Age, though. Margougou has not yet clicked. So shiXo has a plan. And I wonder what that plan is. He's got a castle. He's made a couple of Gabetos. Arthur says, they take so much time to throw their first axe that it's a pain to micro-throwing axemen. Yeah, but they're powerful. They are definitely powerful. Margougou getting Sanctity for some reason. Okay, well, I guess he's got the gold for it. He's going to throw down more farms. Look at the size of this town. Stormy Dog. He's got so many farms. What? Is Margougou just going to spam Japanese light cav? What's the plan? Or spam halbs? He's a huge food economy. He is on his way up to the Imperial Age. shiXo's going to be there first. shiXo's Gabetos are no longer in the castle. Where did they go? Oh, interesting. So he's thinking, I'm going to use Gabeto against Crossbowman instead. Ooh, that's a hard hit, though. I mean, I guess it makes sense. 3 Mangonels should be able to destroy Gabetos. Margougou is all boomed up. And shiXo is in big trouble. Japanese have a huge advantage against Malian's late game. I mean, what do Malians do against like a Japanese samurai and Halb push? I kind of understand where shiXo is coming from. He's going to siege from the hill. He's going to have a hill advantage. Yeah, look at these. We got samurai already. We get to see. And pikemen coming in, forging, Imperial Age. There's really nothing Malians can do against samurai and Halbs. The Halbs are a fantastic counter to their Farimba cavalry, and samurai will counter Gabetos, and they attack so fast. They're just a very tanky, not tanky, but powerful, unique unit. Here they come. So samurai deal bonus damage to units that are made at castles. Margougou wants to build a castle up here, but this hill advantage is pretty annoying for Margougou to have to deal with. shiXo's going to try to win the Trebuchet War from up here. And basically we're going to see a bunch of Halbs, I think, start to flood up here. And shiXo knows this, and so he's building stone walls to try and wall in his Trebuchet pit. Units deal 25% more damage attacking downhill and 25% less damage attacking uphill. So shiXo very smartly walling this in. He's taken that castle down. So can shiXo turn this around, you guys? He's got a lot of stuff in range of these trebuchets. Can do a lot of building damage. True, he doesn't control the mangroves, but he doesn't really need to. He's Malians. His gold will last way longer. And he's got this market he can trade with. Eventually, I think he'll make a play for it. He'll maybe need some Malian pikemen out here. Maybe build a town center to secure that gold. But for now, this is where the fight is. shiXo noting this town center here. I wonder if shiXo is able to roll forward with the Trebs and siege this castle. This is really the castle he needs to kill. Because this castle does not have a disadvantage with hills. And it looks like he is deleting some walls. Maybe so that he can move his Trebs forward. And he's going to update his walls. Yeah, look at that. Let's hope that that's not greedy. Let's hope that Margougou isn't waiting with a massive army for shiXo's sake. He's got so many trebuchets up here. And he's just going to creep, I think, along this top ridge. Force Margougou off of it. Push from that hill advantage. So Margougou with an infantry push, though. He's got pikemen. He's got samurai. And I think the plan is to just come in here and just dive shiXo's town. He'll be like, oh, you've got this cute little trebuchet push up there. That's nice. Now, shiXo's Gabetos will be able to snipe enemy trebuchets, too. They're going to move in. He's got a lot of vision. He doesn't see his opponent doing much over here. His opponent's going to attack over here instead. And shiXo knows that he can't let this in. This is, you know, these units deal bonus damage to buildings. Look at all of these monks. Monks are very good against unique units. And Margougou is going to get most of those conversions. Samurai got in somehow. Oh, he came in maybe through here before it was walled. shiXo forced to build a defensive castle here. Under attack. Getting more armor and more attack for his units. And trying to push in here with trebuchets and castles. It's been a pretty entertaining game so far, I've got to say. I like shiXo's style. I really do. He's making the right moves. The right plays. But can shiXo's shiXo's plays be enough to compensate for Margougou, who is just much higher on the rank ladder. It would be great if shiXo manages to win this. We'll see. It's always fun to see an upset, considering that Margougou has 2 wins notched already. Because good Age of Empires should be unpredictable. Or that goes for any sport, really. Samurai are just attacking the base of the castle. They don't even care about this lady here. We have a trebuchet pressuring shiXo's other castle. What shiXo's got to do is he's got to get like 4 or 5 Gebetos and run over here and try to snipe this trebuchet. Actually, he's going to need more than that because they're the monks. The monks like to convert the units. shiXo is not taking his foot off the gas up here, though. Look at this. He's starting to mass Gebeto up here, and presumably he's going to roll these trebuchets forward. Now, there were a lot more trebuchets than this up here, so it looks like Margougou had an attack where he killed about half of them. But we can see Gebetos start to mass. And yep, here it comes. Trebuchet is already wounded a bit. shiXo thinking better of it. It's only 1 trebuchet, so it will only require 4 repair villagers to keep up with. But he can't go over here yet. He'll lose all of his Gebetos to monks. Oh, wait. He's going to come in, well... Oh, he's not looking either. I was going to say Margougou isn't looking, but shiXo isn't looking either. Here's his opportunity to kill the trebuchet, but the samurai just rips through all of those Gebetos. Margougou did not manage to raid the farms, it's true. shiXo basically planted this castle right here. Oh, shiXo planted this castle right here and prevented the advance at that front. Margougou has decided he's going to attack here. shiXo should really get murder holes. That would help him out a ton. And now there are trebuchets pushing shiXo back up here, which means there's going to be less pressure on shiXo over here. But these monks are already more than shiXo can deal with. I think his resources are pretty stretched. He started to build stables back here. He's getting husbandry. So I think shiXo is planning on making... He's getting the final armor. So I think he's planning on making light cav. But I don't know if he can stop this. He needs to deal with these monks. He did finally get the trebuchet, although it looks like it cost him a few Gebetos in terms of conversions. Okay, shiXo out of gold. Where's he going to go? Margougou, look at this. Margougou smartly recognizing that shiXo is going to run out of gold any minute now, and is building a castle on shiXo's gold to deny the rest of shiXo's gold. That's super smart. shiXo, I guess he's going to have to take this stone and sell the stone. He's going to lose this castle up here. He's going to have to fall back. He's going to have to fall back to the rest of his empire, which is over here. So if you're... He's getting Farimba now. If you are shiXo, you need to make trebuchets from this castle. You need to raise this. You maybe need to build another castle up here to clear these fire ships out, and then a town center here. That's kind of the route that you have to take. Now, of course, as soon as Margougou sees masses of Malian light cavalry, he's gonna click that Halb upgrade. He hasn't yet. He's only got pikemen for now. And, you know, he may not even need it, honestly. Like, look at all these samurai. This is so many samurai. Margougou House, who's going to try to build houses here, but no, yeah, he's actually pop-capped. shiXo's population is around 130. So Margougou's population is definitely more healthy than shiXo's. shiXo has no military. He's got 9 military somewhere. But considering that Margougou has 60, it's GG. And shiXo will realize that soon when these samurai come pouring into his base. Trebuchets are going to target this castle. They have a hill advantage. shiXo's desperately going to try to hold on to this castle. Remember that this is... Oh, shiXo does not realize that there is a castle here. He's got light cav coming to clear out these fire ships. They are surely going to spot the castle now. shiXo could build a castle here, but he decides to call the GG instead. This is the last game in the set. Margougou takes the win, 3-0, and will proceed to the round of 8 in the Blue Carbon Cup. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll probably do one more of these casts a little bit later today. I'm going to take a short break, but we have a few wrecks to catch up on. So we'll cast the next set in the Blue Carbon Cup. And then probably we'll do another set tomorrow. I'm just trying to catch up on these sets here. But I have a lot of work to do, a lot of preparation to do in terms of Alchemy League Season 1, which is going to be really exciting, really awesome. But I did make the commitment to cast the main league here, Winner's Bracket, for the Blue Carbon Cup. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I thought they were pretty good games. shiXo put up a good fight, considering the ELO advantage that Margougou had. And we're looking forward to casting the next set of games. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you soon.